No, AEW just can't escape, and I was gonna not talk about them on my channel anymore, but because they took a direct shot at WWE tonight, I am left with no choice but to make this video. So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Daily Briefing. My bad for being gone for so long. So it's a nice heel promo for him, specifically because he has no other talent, and that was shady, but I meant it. He has no other talent, and quite frankly, he is living vicariously through all of his colleagues and employees, and he's just a kid in a candy shop, if that makes sense, in terms of a CEO and how they operate. So Tony Khan cut a promo Friday night, because Friday night they've been moved due to the fact that the NBA playoffs are happening, and of course they take precedence over wrestling. Okay, so they've been moved to Friday night at 10. Keep that in mind. They've been moved to Friday at 10. Now, of course, SmackDown comes on at 8. Tony Khan cutting his promo before SmackDown aired.
Fans, as we set to go live on TNT tonight with AEW Dynamite at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, I introduce to you the CEO, the owner, the president of All Elite Wrestling and the Forbidden Door, Mr. Tony Khan.
Thank you very much, Tony. I appreciate it, Mr. Schiavone. And as we get ready to go live tonight on Dynamite on TNT, I just wanted to address, as the Forbidden Door, I read in the Observer today that New Japan Pro Wrestling apparently has had talks with WWE's president, Nick Kahn. Well, Nick, I have to say, if you've been talking to New Japan Pro Wrestling for 2 months, you've gotten a lot done. Just in the last 2 weeks, I've had Yuji Nagata, Ren Narita, and Rocky Romero on AEW. I've reunited Roppongi Vice. I've had the New Japan IWGP US champion Jon Moxley defend the title successfully on our show, retaining it. And I have future plans with New Japan Pro Wrestling for the US title. So you must have really gotten a lot done in the 2 months, Nick. In fact, I think there's only room for one Khan in the wrestling business, Nick. And it's me, it's Tony Khan. It's not some con man from Connecticut. Have a fun show tonight, Nick. See you on Dynamite.
So here's the thing. What baffled me so much about this particular promo was the fact that he outwardly called out WWE's CEO, Nick Kahn. He also called him a con man from Connecticut, which is very disrespectful. He attacked the man's character and basically alluded to the fact that he can't get anything done when it comes to WWE making deals. Now, here's why I have a problem with this. I wouldn't have a problem with this if Nick Khan was a character in WWE along in storyline. He is not. He is a CEO. He operates as a CEO. And for Tony Khan to portray himself as he is a CEO, but for him to operate that way and then operate as a character and attack Nick Khan in character, it doesn't look good on his part business-wise. It appears as though you are trying to goad WWE into, a war of words and making it still about this war that you guys claim you won. That's the first thing. So my problem with this, like I said before, is that he's operating under character like Don Callis was when he was a part of TNA, which he is no longer a part of, which I will get into that in the live when I go live Saturday night. Tonight. So my problem was, I'm like, you are attacking this man, and he is supposed to be, you guys are supposed to be equals on the opposite side of the spectrum, but you operate differently. I think I could understand it better if Nick Khan operated under the guise of him being a character in WWE. Then I can be like, okay, Let's see where this is going to go. But this is not a storyline. And that's where the problem is coming in. First of all, you're running off of rumors and innuendo. You have no proof that any of this is actually true, or that these deals or these talks are going to come into anything. So one, this could end up with you having egg on your face because you guys follow what Wrestling Observer and other dirt sheets report, but just because it's reported doesn't mean that it's true. And that's where a big issue comes into play, is because you have now went public to everyone and said, yeah, you're out here making deals or trying to make deals with New Japan. Look what I've done. I've gotten this, and this. And I've got Moxley over here. So you're a con man. Like, went in on Nick Khan. There's only room for one con in wrestling. You're a con man from Connecticut. So good luck tonight on your show. That was just flat out a blatant attack on WWE, number one. And number two, it was a blatant attack on Nick Khan personally. It does not reflect on you well personally, because it comes across as if you are calling him out. I've never seen the CEO of Walmart call out the CEO of Amazon. I've never seen the CEO of Target directly call out the CEO of Walmart, or vice versa. I'm going to say one more thing about this, and then I'm going to move on. AEW is playing checkers, and WWE is playing chess. The reality of the situation is, my mama says a hit dog will holler. It's so funny because that's what it seems like is happening. It seems like Tony Khan is flexing. Yeah, let me show you what I can do. Let me show you what I've been doing. Oh, you trying to get like me? Or you trying to get in my bag? Come on, fam. It's like he real big mad. As my mama said, like I said before, only hit dogs holler. And you sitting up here flexing on the internet with your sunglasses on, thinking you look cool and shit. In reality, you are the dog barking at the moon. The moon doesn't bark back at the dog. So you can keep making all these promos, but Nick Khan is not the guy. You feel me? Like, I could understand it better if the promo was at Vince, because Vince is considered a character. I could even understand it if the promo was centered on Triple H, because he's a character. Anybody in the McMahon family, Stephanie, Shane, even Linda, I could be like, it's a promo. They've been known to be characters. Let's see where this goes. But you went directly after an executive in the company who has not presented themselves as a character on television as you have. That is, in my opinion, unprofessional and dangerous territory. It was unnecessary. It didn't need to happen. And quite frankly, you should have stuck to the script at hand, which was to go after those who have presented themselves as characters. It didn't look right. It doesn't sound right to me. And I'm not even defending WWE, because we all know WWE does some fucked up shit. But I am saying that in Nick Khan's defense, he's not a character in this company. He's an executive. He works as such. Therefore, he should be treated as such. If you're going to go after him for shady business practices and you're talking outside of kayfabe, fine. I'm all for it. But when you attack him in kayfabe and he is not a character to be able to defend himself in that manner, you have then put him at a disadvantage, and it is unfair. It's not right. I know a lot of y'all going to be like, but Tiffany is wrestling. There is a difference between wrestling and presenting yourself as a character in kayfabe, cutting a promo on a person who also cuts promos and works as a character in the company, and attacking a person who works behind the scenes. That's different. He does not present himself in front of the camera as a character for the company, therefore he should be off limits. That's just my opinion. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Y'all make sure y'all rate, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you share my videos and just give me your honest and genuine opinion of what you thought of this promo. If you felt differently, I'm not going to attack you for that, because we all have different opinions. Me personally, I think Tony Khan's feelings are hurt. My question is, why are you mad at WWE? You're not mad at your business partner, New Japan. You're not cutting promos on New Japan, right? You cut promos on WWE, who you don't have a working relationship with. Wouldn't it have been more feasible to cut the promo on New Japan? The one who you have the working relationship with? The one who you can actually build off of? You directly attack WWE, who hasn't mentioned or said anything about you in over a year. Hasn't said a word. Has been doing their own thing. Hasn't said a word about you, good, bad, or indifferent. They've been doing their own thing in their own little corner. While you and everybody else find a way to allude to WWE in your promos, in your interviews with other people. You find some way to make it go back to WWE. From Cody Rhodes to the Young Bucks to Kenny Omega to Jericho. You always find some way to weave WWE into these conversations that literally have nothing to do with them, that haven't even been alluded to them. I will give you credit, sometimes your interviewers are bringing them up, so you talk about them. But I have seen so many interviews where Cody Rhodes has brought up the war with NXT, and it usually is focused on him. The conversation is about him, and he's like, yeah, we have this war with WWE. And it's like, bitch, no one brought that up but you. Look, I know everybody is excited and everything is looking real shiny and pretty, but there are some dents and some fucking scratches in this shit. And if they don't get it together, I mean immediately, they're not going to be around long enough to be able to see the fruits of their labor. And that's where I'm going to leave it.